Hello guys, Lillgryn here, and right now I started a Twitch channel, and I would really appreciate if you would go and check it out. My name there is Lillgryn, just like on any other social media platform. The quality here in general feels a lot better than on YouTube, and it's, you know, just a better streaming service, I guess. So yeah, please check me out. Yeah. Hello guys, Lillgryn are back again with a new video, and today we're going to compare mobile claw versus controller. And the reason why I want to do this is for the longest time mobile players have been accused of using controllers. I get that many people probably have tried to play on a mobile device and realize that, oh, it's so hard because they only decide to play with their two thumbs. But actually, if you decide to put on maybe 2 or even 4 extra fingers, you're gonna see that it actually can be a really effective method of controlling the game. And in my opinion, a really underrated method. Though many people probably think that it's really hard to learn a 6-finger claw method, but in the real case it's actually not harder than with a controller. I think many people aren't used to the non-physical buttons, though most really good controller players have been playing console games for a very long time, ever since a young age, and you know, been mastering the feel of it. And to be honest, just to like start with the controller is a really hard task to do. You know, my parents, they wouldn't know a shit what's going on. However, the thing that I want to say is that a mobile claw isn't hard at all. It's just that very few people try it compared to console. There are many guys on console that are, you know, sweating trying to learn really good controls, while most mobile players are casuals. So yeah, that's probably a reason why, you know, the average mobile players is, you know, considered to be really bad, while a controller player is considered to be, you know, half decent. Playing with 2 fingers on the touch screen is probably one of the most inefficient ways of playing the game. You know, just playing with the basic controller, non-claw, non-scuff, you know, you already put 4 fingers on the controller, which already is half decent. Also, I do want to mention that this is not a comparison between, you know, controller players and mobile players. Also, I do want to say that this is not a comparison between mobile players and controller players. Then all you could say is that Faceway is building a lot faster than all the mobile players, and the best controller player is obviously better than the best mobile player. And on the other hand, you could just say that the best mobile player is better than the best Switch player. So yeah, that discussion won't really go anywhere. Though, before we start with the real comparison, I just want to say that I'm going to try to be as unbiased as possible, even though I'm a mobile sweat. And also, just to make it clear through the guide, I'm gonna compare my 6-finger claw, or another really good 6-finger claw, to claw on controller, and then also to a normal controller usage with Builders Pro. So with aim, the two big differences is that on mobile you just drag around on your touchpad, while on the other hand on a controller you drag around with the joystick, which I can say it's a really inefficient method of aiming. With the joystick you're limited to your sensitivity, which means that you can't accelerate the faster you drag the joystick, which you actually can do on a mobile device. It works just like a PC. The faster you drag, the faster your character moves around, which is making, you know, flicks possible. But also on controller, if you want to be able to look around a lot and, you know, doing some crazy flicks, you have to then have a real high sensitivity, which then will, you know, make your aim suffer a bit. So for that particular reason, I'm just gonna say that it's more efficient, more effective to aim on a mobile touchpad. But yeah, wait, slow down a bit. Console players have some insane aim assist. But yeah, doesn't even mobile players have the same aim assist too? Or even maybe stronger, because mobile players are all bots and need aim assist. So yeah, let me tell you this little story here. Once I bought a stupid controller, a like SteelSeries Nimbus that's really trash. And eventually I got a glitch when you can play with your mobile HUD, but still be able to like go into controller servers. And with that, I felt that my aim assist was a lot stronger than before. And I realized that it was my controller aim assist on my mobile touchpad. So yeah, for that sake, I'm just gonna say that right away, controller aim assist is a lot stronger than on mobile devices. And yeah, I get Epic Games, you know, having that strong aim assist on mobile, while we also have auto shoot, not because I use it, would be real OP. And with that being said, I would actually give the scores a tie now, just because controller players have some really good aim assist advantages. And yeah, maybe it's not fair, you can also L2 spam on controller, which you can't do on mobile. However, that's just the case, so I'm just gonna give a equal for mobile touchpad, controller claw, and controller non-claw here. So the score is 1-1-1-1. So yeah, because I don't want this video to be too long, I just want to say that it's easier to build on a controller. Building aim assist, physical buttons, you misclick a lot when you build a mobile. I'm not saying that you don't do that on, controller, but still, yeah, controller wins. But that's only on claw controller, because we forgot about the non-claw controller, and that's really bad on building with, because you have to aim around your screen with the same finger as you're jumping. So in general, we're just gonna give the mobile a solid 1 point, the non-claw controller a solid 0 point, and the claw controller a solid 1.5 point. Because PC is 2 points. Yeah, let's go. So guys, believe it or not, but you can actually crosshair edit on mobile, and that's the way to go. Even if there are some really good players that drag edit, crosshair editing is still really good. As I said before, on mobile you have the advantage to accelerate on the screen, which you really can't do on the controller. Even though with that, edits movements aren't really that big all the time, and you can still manage to do real fast edits on the controller. However, button management can sometimes be pretty hard on mobile, but yeah, I still think that I figured out a decent, button management right now. So, with all that being said, I just want to say that with a non-claw controller, when you have to, press the button, and you always have to move your fingers around, in a stupid way. So yeah, for that reason, I'm just gonna give it 0.5 points. On mobile, I want to give it a solid 1, and on the controller claw, I want to give that a solid 1 as well. In both methods, we use some sort of, joystick to move around with and to look around the screen, as I said before, we're dragging. Though I would feel like sometimes that the touch joystick on mobile is really laggy, and sometimes I would actually even want, one of those joysticks you can put into the game, just because of how badly, made the joystick is on Fortnite. I haven't really had any joystick problems with any of the other mobile shooters I played, but with this one, damn, it's kinda bad. So for that sake, controller players, I still believe that their movement is really good. To move around with the joystick can sometimes feel like even better than moving around with a, keys on the mouse and keyboard. But yeah, however, I'm actually gonna give the score to both controllers a solid 1 and to mobile a solid 0.5. So yeah, that's pretty solid. So yeah, this is the scoreboard after all this bullshit being said. However, the reason why I made this video is to educate more people about mobile claw and to actually tell you that it isn't as bad as you may think. In fact, it's a really good method of controlling the game if you have a really smart and good setup. I could even believe that you could go pro just by playing on a mobile tablet or phone. Or actually, in fact, phones are pretty hard because the screen is so small and, thermal throttling and lag is kind of a thing. So, if I would make a response to the players that accuse me and other mobile players of using controllers, I just want to say that just because you're bad at it doesn't mean that others are. And to people who say that, oh, you're better than me than what I am on my PS4 or PC, whatever, I just want to say that you don't get good just because you use a little fatty controller. You get good by practicing, putting time and dedication to a thing that you want to get good at. The controls are of course important, but obviously, what I hope I've proven in this video, you can do it on a mobile tablet as well with a touch screen. We live in a world full of discriminations, and instead of looking at all the differences, maybe we should take a look at the similarities of mobile claw and controller. But I hope that you all enjoyed this video a lot, and that maybe some of you guys have opened your eyes to mobile players, and not specifically mobile players, but mobile players that actually try to become really good at the game, and maybe don't think that they are all cheating, and realize that it's actually not that hard to play with a touch screen, even though if you think that. Today so many things is with touch, even like stoves and refrigerators is, having touch screens on them. So maybe you should just stay updated with the new tech. Nah, I'm joking. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. I mean, the more likes the video will get, the more people will, get it in their recommendations. So yeah, that would be pretty nice, so we could educate some more people on mobile controls. whatever. Appreciated you took your time to watch the video, and until next time, have a great rest of your day, guys.